What is good, everybody? It is your boy Pat the Designer back at it again. How are y'all feeling today, Chicago? Hopefully everybody is staying safe in this time of quarantine, and hopefully the NFL news from today, especially the Chicago Bears news, was able to take your mind, at least for a little while, off of all the messes going on out in the world right now. But I have a question for you, Chicago. Is Jameis Winston the Bears' best option at quarterback left? Let's talk about it right after this.
On one, on two, on three.
Stop it! Did not do him like that! Mercy! Did you not get the memo?
So before we get into the video, if you are new to the channel, please like the video, please subscribe to the page, because we do talk Chicago sports weekly and we don't want you to miss a thing. So make sure that you hit that bell. And if you are new, we want to make sure that you know about the Windy City The Breeze giveaway. We are giving away a $100 gift card and or a Khalil Mack jersey. So please check the links in the description below to find out not only how you can enter the contest, but how you can increase your chances of winning. Now for the topic at hand. The NFL legal tampering period kind of got underway, and the Bears were making moves, you know. We talked about the Jimmy Graham move yesterday. I'm not a fan, but hey, to each their own. We made a nice move today, signing Robert Quinn, and also letting go of Leonard Floyd. But we still haven't made that move on the offensive side of the ball. You know, that move that we all are anticipating coming, but is yet to happen. I'm talking about the quarterback move, of course. And the biggest problem with that is we've seen quarterback after quarterback after quarterback after quarterback after quarterback go off the board. I mean, honestly, guys that we as Bears fans thought that they might be in the market on, you know what I mean? Like Mariota went to Oakland. We just saw Bridgewater get 3 years for, I think, $20 million, which they definitely should have been on in Carolina. So it opens up a lot of questions with the Bears quarterback situation, especially with the news that Tom Brady is leaving New England. Now, with that news, it comes with the what teams might he go to. And the loudest team that we're hearing is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, which means Jameis Winston is out of a job. Now, did Jameis Winston have a season that would instill faith in you, that would build you up to say, that's the guy we want, go after that guy? Absolutely not. 30 touchdowns, but 30 interceptions. 30 interceptions is an ungodly number to think of. But here's the thing. A lot of the names left. Andy Dalton still on the table. Derek Carr possibly still on the table. You know what I mean? Nick Foles is an option out there. One, they're trades, which means you have to give up assets while also taking on that contract. Now, are all of those contracts for the most part probably easy to work out if you make a trade? Maybe Derek Carr's would be the toughest, but he's 28 years old. He's still in his prime. That's okay. But Andy Dalton comes with a $17 million one-year deal. Nick Foles comes with a ton of money on his contract, and you'd have to really work some things out to make that work. Cam Newton, the word with Bridgewater signing in Carolina today is that he'll be looking for a trade, and is he a viable option? But again, you're bringing in a former MVP, gonna have to trade for him, give up assets, and probably sign him to that big money. So I ask you, is Jameis Winston the best option at quarterback for the Chicago Bears? Let me know your opinion in the comments below. Now, if I were to give my own personal opinion, right? If Tom Brady does sign with the Bucs and Jameis Winston becomes then available because you're not going to keep him on the roster, you're not going to pay him any big money, I think Jameis is a viable option, and I'll tell you why. And I'm thinking from Ryan Pace's standpoint, right? If I'm Ryan Pace and I want to say I want to keep Mitch, I need a guy who didn't have a great season but has shown potential, has shown flashes to back him up. That guy is definitely possibly Jameis Winston, because I think you could probably get him in on a team-friendly deal, so you're not paying the big money of the other guys, while also having a competent backup who can actually do something on a football field, not only with his arm but also with his legs, which still works with Nagy's scheme. A lot of these other guys are pretty much statues out there, and so Nagy would have to kind of rework the scheme around them, where Jameis can kind of come in, still run that RPO, and as long as he can comprehend the system and make the right decision, then he could be very successful in this offense, possibly working himself to a starting job here, or even finding himself a job next year as a starter. But here's the thing. Bringing in Jameis Winston does not mean Mitchell Trubisky instantly has to give up the job. If you bring in Nick Foles, if you bring in Andy Dalton, you know what I'm saying? Those guys don't exactly get the job automatically, but it's kind of implied that, okay, you're here to take over for Mitch when he does bad, not if he does bad. But if you bring in a guy like Jameis, there won't be this clamoring of give Jameis a shot, put Jameis in, let Jameis get the ball, because we saw what Jameis can do when he has the ball in his hands last year. While he can throw 30 touchdowns and 5,100 yards, which is great, he can also cost you so many games. Now, with the other options out there, and you look at pairing Jameis Winston on offense with Allen Robinson, it's not a match made in heaven, but it's not one that I would be totally appalled to seeing, especially if you can get him at a team-friendly deal. I think that is the caveat. That is the biggest thing here, right? You've got to get him at that team-friendly deal, because if not, he's not worth it. Is the juice worth the squeeze? If you can get him at a good deal, then absolutely it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, Jameis has enough talent and has enough ability that if you can get him at a $5 to $10 million backup deal, perfect. You know what I'm saying? 2 years, 1 to 2 years, perfect. Now, is Jameis going to come for that? Maybe not, but I don't think there's going to be a lot of people beating down his door to get him in there. But so that's why I'm saying, if Ryan Pace doesn't look in the mirror and get in a bidding war with himself, there's a possibility of, and if he can come in, he can comprehend Nagy's system, great. If he can't, you're not losing out on anything. You didn't give up picks. You didn't give up money. You know what I'm saying? You gave him his contract, but you're not destroying the future of your team by bringing him in. So for that reason, I do believe that he is the best quarterback option left in free agency for the Chicago Bears. But I want to know how you feel. Let me know in the comments below. Is Jameis Winston the best quarterback option left for the Chicago Bears? I am going to get up out of here. Y'all stay safe out there, Chicago. Make sure to like the page. Make sure to subscribe to the page. We do appreciate all of the love. It is your boy, Pat the Designer, back at it again. Peace.